Hey, so today I wanted to talk about a specific type of person. A specific. Hold on one fucking second. Jesus Christ. Holy shit, dude. Sorry, I forgot that I put a shirt on and it's like hot as shit, and I'm just like, okay, I need to get that off. Good thing, no one can see me. That's another good reason when I don't show my face, is so people also can't see my double D tits. So, but what I wanted to talk about before I start talking about my tits is that I want to talk about a type of person, the bad egg, as you would call it. A bad egg. You know, or what's the phrase? A bad egg spoils the bunch, or is that? I think it's more of like a bad apple. Oh no, it's a bad apple spoils the bunch. Which technically, scientifically, that's true. Apparently, if you put a rotting apple in with a bunch of healthy apples, it causes the healthy apples to rot faster, which is true, right? Which is why I prefer the term bad egg, because I think it's unfair to say that one bad person is enough to take down a whole group of people. And that's true for like fandoms or just anything in general. Because, like, think about like a lot of things. Like, think about the stereotype of Minecraft YouTubers. Minecraft YouTubers have some of the worst reputation, and it's not even a lot of their faults, right? Like, it's because there was just like a big uproar in bad people. But it's not the fault of a lot of the Minecraft YouTubers, because Minecraft is a kids game. It is a game that appeals to kids, no different than Roblox. And those two games appeal to kids. So what do you think is going to happen on the internet if a group of kids are in a certain area and they are just there? They are there. They can speak to anyone on the internet. They have no supervision. They're just there alone. What do you think is going to happen? Creepy people on the internet are going to find that out and they're going to take advantage. That's why stuff like Minecraft has like such a reputation for predators, because there were so many of them that used this kids game to lure in kid fans that they could then groom and be creepy to. And it's unfortunate. But well, it is a funny stereotype, okay? It's a funny stereotype whenever you go on the internet and they're like, oh, what are Minecraft YouTubers good at? Ping predators, haha. You know, it's like, it's a funny joke, right? But but like when you take that seriously, because some people genuinely take that seriously, I think it's unfair. It's unfair to treat them like they're all just like that, like they're all bad. Like I said, bad eggs. Not every one of them is bad. There have been like a huge influx of bad ones, even from like the biggest ones, from being predators to being abusive to whatever the hell Sky Does Minecraft did, because holy shit, he had like a whole crazy thing happen about him. But this isn't about Minecraft. This is about just anything in general. Because there are a lot of like groups of people that get bad raps, right? Anime fans, Minecraft YouTubers, furries, uh, certain fandoms like Undertale, Homestuck, Five Nights at Freddy's, you know, whatever else there is, right? Every group is going to have bad eggs, right? Every single group. Like, I've seen so many videos on people where they're just like, here's like people in groups of who are like bad people, right? Like, for the best example is a YouTuber called named Turkey Tom. He's been doing a lot of videos where he did like the something degenerates. He did the Minecraft degenerates, the Roblox degenerates, the furry degenerates, Five Nights at Freddy's degenerates, Friday Night Funkin' degenerates, everything. He's done a lot of different degenerate characters, right? But obviously, you would look at those and be like a lot. There are a lot of people on the internet who see that and they're like, "Oh shit, this is just what these fans are like." But it's obvious that that's not how it is. It's unfair to categorize every single person who enjoys something as bad. For example, I love Pokemon. I love fighting games. I love Smash Bros. But here's the thing. I love fighting games, but I'm not anything like Low Tier God. If anyone doesn't know who Low Tier God is, he's a fighting game person guy, whatever. He's really good at fighting games, But there are compilations of the man where they're called like salt compilations, where he gets mad at people, and he got mad at a handicapped guy for being better than him. Like, he threw a temper tantrum because a handicapped guy was better than him. And I kind of realized, like, I have nothing in common with him. I play fighting games. I get a little mad sometimes, but because I enjoy fighting games and he enjoys fighting games does not make us the same. He's not a good person. He's actually a really bad guy. But like, whatever. That's a bad egg. He's just a bad egg. And I'm sure there's more. I actually don't know a lot about the fighting community. I actually haven't heard a lot of, like, usually when it comes to fighting game communities, it's just like bad sportsmanship. It's never really like crime. I'm sure there have been. I actually looked up one because I love Pokemon so much. I was curious. I was like, are there any like Pokemon community members who did bad things? And there was like 4 of them. And I was like, oh shit. Well, there you go. But that shows that there are bad people in those groups. And obviously the bad egg thing doesn't really just pertain to predators or like literal criminals. Sometimes it's just annoying people. I think the best example of this is the Undertale fandom. The Undertale fandom is known for being obnoxious. Like, that is their, and that is the stereotype for the Undertale fandom, is that they're obnoxious. People can't play Undertale in a normal way. You have to do specific voices when you play the game. You have to ship them certainly. You got to be like this, certain, fuck you, you follow what I say. But that's not true. That is a minuscule part of that fan base who are very loud. It's the loud minority, as it's called on the internet. When a smaller group of people who just don't shut the fuck up and ruin things for everyone, they're called the loud minority, because the majority is just enjoying something and that little minority is screeching at the top of their lungs. So obviously, even in something like that, there's bad people. It doesn't matter what fandom. And also, I would just like to reiterate, the furry one. I said the furry one, no matter how weird you find it, I'm just gonna say this right now. Like, when I was younger, I thought the furry thing was just creepy, right? I was like, ew, that's weird. But as I got older, I kind of came to this realization of like, whatever, man. They're not breaking laws. They're just having fun. Whatever. But if you put yourself on the internet, you are open for scrutiny. I'm just gonna say that right now. If you put yourself on the internet, you are open for just any kind of thing. Like, obviously, no one deserves to just be made fun of for no reason, right? No one deserves to just be told, like, you're a fucking freak, I hate you, end your life. You know, no one deserves that. But if you post yourself on the internet and people make fun of you for like no reason, like, obviously you don't deserve it, but it's the internet. You kind of just have to accept that it's going to happen. No one should want it to happen, and it shouldn't happen, but it's going to, and you just kind of have to roll with it. So as for furry things, furries are like some of the most like hated, and I think that is unfair because, like, yes, there are a lot of furry cringe compilations, and a lot of times furries on the internet do cringy things. But at the end of the day, as long as they're just wearing their fursuits and having fun, and they're not actually fucking animals, and they're not doing anything bad, I don't really see a problem with it. You know? And so that's another one where, like, but that one's a bit different because, like, people immediately go out of their way to just be like, oh shit, that whole community's bad because they dress up in fursuits and yiff each other. And it's like, dude, I don't care what they're doing. Like, they're not hurting anyone. Like, I don't care. It's not that bad. It's just yet another little fandom that's going to have bad people in it. And like I said, I've seen the degenerate videos where even there were degenerate furries. Like, yes, there are bad furries. There are furries that literally fuck animals. There are furries that have killed animals. Like, there's bad people. But that's how it always is. Groups on the internet are always going to have bad people. There's no such thing as a group of nothing but good, because there just isn't. And it's one thing if someone's like a minor form of bad that's like something that can be overlooked, like just slightly annoying, compared to someone just being a complete fucking asshole or even being a full-on criminal. Like, for example, let's say that someone puts a video out and it gets like 100 views, like exactly 100 views. And these are all real people. None of them are bots. Like, that one video has 100 views. Those are 100 people. The likelihood of one of those people in that 100 of being maybe something from just minorly annoying to being an asshole or to being a straight up criminal in the now or maybe even a criminal in the future is highly possible. Like, if so much as 5 people watch a video, there is a good chance that one of them could be annoying. It's just how it is. But it's unfair to say that everyone is like that, right? It's just stupid. It's kind of like the argument on literally anything. Like how people on the internet can't, like, they argue about like everything on the internet. And I know that like politics is one of like the jumping off points of like, of just like, oh, bad people, you know. I hate politics and I hate heavily political people. However, I have watched I watch YouTubers who have very obvious political sides, right? But because they're not shoving their politics down my throat, or even like, even if they talk about their politics, they're not talking about it in like a way that is so like matter of fact and condescending that I can kind of watch them and be like, you know, I'm okay with this, right? Because I've watched leftists, I've watched right wing, I've even watched third parties, I've watched people who, actually, I don't know if I've watched anyone that's anti-capitalism. I don't actually know. But my point being is politics is probably the biggest offender of the bad eggs thing, because everyone just kind of has like an idea of what a leftist is and what a right-wing person is. Right wing is that patriotic bigot that hates everyone, get out of my country, this is my country, yeehaw, you know, that type. The stereotypical fucks their sister, has rotting teeth, and hates anyone different than them. And then you have the leftists, which the stereotype is blue dyed hair, all the men are cucks, everything's offensive. Oh, I need my soy latte. You know, those are the stereotypes. And obviously, those people do exist within those sides. But those are not the good people. Those are the bad eggs of those groups. Because some people are part of political affiliations without any kind of hatred, and they just solely are on those sides because that's what they believe in, with no hatred, no contempt, nothing bad. They just believe this and they move on with their day. It's no different than something like religion, or whether, like, do you know how many like cocky atheists there are where they're like, God isn't real, you're all stupid. Like, if you don't believe in God, that's fine. If you believe in God, that's fine. But there's bad people in those groups as well. Like, there's like, I mean, hell, there's a stereotype of priests touching kids. I think that should tell you that there are bad eggs in that group. And the same could be said about anything. Like those atheists that just feel the need to be condescending and attack people for having an actual belief in something, which is unfair. But those people are bad eggs, because there are people who don't believe in this stuff, but they don't attack others' beliefs. And see, now I'm like getting to this point of like talking about religion and politics, but the reality is it's not just fandoms. It's just humanity in general, where we as humans just have bad eggs in it. Like, the majority of humans are actually either normal or good people, but there's a lot of bad eggs because, I mean, what, there's like 7 billion people on Earth. Like, if you were to take like a fucking ratio of like how many like normal to good to bad people there were on Earth, you'd probably have a fucking headache. So it doesn't just like go to fandoms, it doesn't go to religion or politics, it even goes deeper to just humanity as a whole, where sometimes humans are just not good. It's just the world. There's nothing you can do about it. Some people are just bad. It's just how it's gonna be. And we can like wish it was different, but we can't. And like I said, those people who are bad humans will go into like certain aspects, like, for example, go into Five Nights at Freddy's and be a bad person. It's just how it works. There's always going to be bad people. They don't be bad people. Sorry. There's going to be bad people. There's going to be bad eggs. Every group. And has there ever been groups that are mostly just bad people? I'm sure. Actually, I know of one. I know one where everyone in it is a bad person, and that's called the KKK. Those are all bad people. Not unless there's like something I'm missing, but I'm pretty sure last time I checked, the KKK was a really bad thing. So I'm gonna assume, I'm assuming they're all bad. Unless there's like, well, I guess there could be like an undercover person, like a person who pretends to be a part of it so they can go like undercover and just be like they're finding a way to like take the group down, right? I think there's like 3 movies like that where like someone goes undercover in the KKK or something. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking about this now. My point being is we're excluding the KKK from this. Okay, this is about humanity and just random fandoms. Okay, this is not about this is not about race hating groups because those ones are obviously bad. but but all this other stuff, there's bad people and there's good people. And sometimes there's like certain groups of people that are just pinned as bad because a certain person doesn't like that group in general. Whether it be like anime fans, because let's be honest, a lot of people on the internet hate anime fans because they all think they're weird or gross. Because there are actual anime fans that are weird or gross, but that doesn't mean that they all are. Just because an anime convention smells like ass does not mean it's the fault of everyone there. Sometimes it's just one guy. Like, I don't think you understand how bad smelling one person can make a place. If one guy doesn't wear deodorant and doesn't shower, that one guy can literally make an entire building smell bad. Like, I don't think you understand just how much the smell of one person can be. But anyway, yeah. My point being is there's always going to be bad eggs. There's nothing you can do about it. It's unfortunate, but you just got to roll with it and you just got to accept, like, yeah, there's going to be bad people. And when there's someone that's really bad, that's when you need to get the authorities involved because they're actually criminals. But if someone's just being an asshole, you can block them on social media. You can ignore it because I'm going to be honest, cyberbullying, the whole type of cyberbullying is pretty easy to ignore because if someone like if I like put a video out and someone puts like a thing that's like I hate you, you should die, I can just look at that and just be like, "Oh." And then I can move on because it's just words on a screen. It's not that deep. But yeah, there's always bad eggs. There's always bad people, and we just kind of roll with it. We roll like the eggs we are, except we're not bad eggs unless one of the eggs rolling with us is bad, in which case stop. I don't know. Hey, you stop being bad this instant. You fucking stupid. Okay, whatever. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I'm just losing my shit. I'm loopy today for some reason. So yeah, bad eggs. Don't make an omelet with them. I don't know what I'm talking about. Whatever.